I'm Karen McCarthy and it's time to Karen-ize. Today's Friday when we do some crafting, and today we're going to make these cute little gnome ornaments. I don't know if you can see the name on there. It's not showing up with the light very well, but I have a name on there. I thought these were really cute and so easy to make. What great gifts, or even add them onto a package at Christmas time. So let's get started on that right away. Okay, for this project, you're going to need some mop string. Now you could use faux fur or anything fuzzy for the beard, but I'm doing mop strings. These are actually for an order for a customer, and she wanted the mop string beards. You'll need something to embellish, so I have a little Christmas bow that I got. I think these were from Temu. I've got some Dollar Tree ribbon, some jute string, and a bead. Where's the bead? That's going to be for the hanger. And I got a bunch of Christmas stickers at Hobby Lobby, I think. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. I had ordered some from Temu, but they were much too big for these. These are 1.5 inch pots. So our Dollar Tree doesn't usually have this size. I got these off of Amazon, but I know that some Dollar Trees I think have this size. So I got a bunch of little stickers. Let's see, we're gonna need something for a nose, and she chose these glittery pom-poms. And I think that's it. We don't need very much. Of course, the pot, if I didn't say that. All right, so I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to start by just gluing some ribbon on, and you could paint these pots, you could paint the rim a different color. She wanted them left natural, just with a little bit of ribbon around the rim. So let me just cut a piece of ribbon. I don't do this with hot glue just because sometimes that can make it kind of lumpy. So I am just going to get some just white tacky glue. Let me get something to get it started on. Oh my goodness, I did a really good workout this morning, and that made my muscles in my glutes come on fire. It's a good workout. Okay. I don't want a whole lot because I don't want it coming out along the sides, getting all over the pot itself. Don't need a ton of glue. Okay, and then I'm just putting it kind of halfway between the top and the bottom of the rim, just wrapping it around. This would be a great project for kids to do. I know when I did the youth center, we were always looking for, just got glue all over me, always looking for some really cool projects, and this would make it cute, like for kids to take to their parents if you're a teacher. Little Christmas present. Okay, let's get the glue out of the way. Put the lid on it before it glues itself shut. All right, now for the beard, I'm using 5 mop strings, if I can just get 5. And I'm going to cut one of them in, let's see, one of them in thirds. They don't have to be perfect. You wouldn't necessarily have to do this, but I just don't want to waste a ton of mop string. So I found the easiest way to do this, and I better make sure that my glue gun is getting hot. Yeah. The easiest way to do this is to just loop 4 of them in half. I was at first cutting them all to the length that I wanted them, but that was a pain to glue them all on individually. So I started doing it this way, and it worked really well. So 4 of them I'm just folding in half. And then, now if you're planning on gluing something onto where the 2 ribbons meet, you could put that in the front. I am not doing that, so I'm just putting it in the back. So I am just going to run, something just buzzed on my table. It's not my phone, because you're my phone. or the, the video is on my phone, so I don't know what that was. Okay, so I've just run a bead of glue. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm just going to see if I can show you. Just stick the folded end right onto the glue. I'm going to do that for all 4 of them. Excuse me for not making it so you can see. But if I hold it up, I'm not going to get them right. And I've got to do this before the glue dried. That part dried already, or cooled, I guess you call it. Okay. And then I'm just going to take one of these pieces and glue it onto either end. So I've got 1 extra piece. I guess I could have done, you know, 5 folded over ones, but then I would be cutting quite a bit off. So instead of wasting, I'm just doing it this way. Oh, that one does not want to stick. It's coming unraveled, so I'll just add a little bit more hot glue there. And I've got to get, where's my stick? My stick so I don't get everything glued to my fingernails. They're very pretty right now and I don't want to ruin them. Well, that's not sticking very well. There we go. Okay, so that's what it looks like now, and I am just going to, oh, and well, I'll be gluing something here because I did do it there. See, that's what happens when I'm talking. Look at that string. Excuse me while I get it off of my fingernail. Okay, so I'm just going to find the middle, and you can just do it like this. So we have 2 in the middle, and I am going to then cut these others at an angle even with, or you know what I mean? I'm going to start with this one and cut it at an angle down. So not even with it, but at an angle. I think I should have gotten my other scissors. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm trying to do it so you can see. And you can make the beard as short or as long as you want. So there's the beard. And then while I'm here, oh, I was trying to grab the nose off of this one. I will just glue this nose, and I think I'll just glue it right on the pot to cover that spot. So there's his nose. Okay, and then I just take my jute string, which it got buried here. Well, I'll grab another piece. Oh, God. And I just thread it through a bead. The bead, it doesn't have to be a big bead. Let me put a little bit of hot glue on here so it doesn't try to come apart when I'm threading it. This is a little hot. Not too bad. Okay, now I'll just thread that, yeah, maybe. Thread that through the bead. Oh, this piece of jute is just a little thicker than the other one I used. Okay. And I'm just going to tie a knot. And then I am going to turn the pot over. I'm going to thread that through the hole that you see in the bottom. I'm going to thread it out through the top, which is a little easier said than done. It's just a little longer than my fingers want to go in there. Let me try doing it just one piece at a time. That worked. Now let's see if I can get this one to go in when the other one is already through. This is one of those not very coordinated days. Let me see here. Let me just grab a stylus and see if I can poke it through. There are some days when my fingers are more coordinated than others, and this is one of the not so much days. Definitely not so much. Well, maybe if I put some glue on this one too. All right, let's try putting them both through now that I have glue on both of them. Well, there you go. That made it easy. All right, so the bead just keeps that jute string from going through, and then I'm going to tie it. Whoops, it's twisting. I'm going to tie a knot at the top, get it nice and strong, nice and tight, and then just make a loop up at the top, and there I've got my string to hang it on. Now you could use anything else. I probably am going to switch to a different kind of jute for the rest of them, because this is really a thick piece. So there we go. And then all I need to do is my embellishments. And I've got my bow. I'm just going to put the bow right here. You can put it wherever you want. And then I'm going to just get some of that hot glue off before it cools, so you're not seeing it. Okay, then I'm going to choose what sticker I want to use. I love these little snowman stickers, and I figured if I do snowman stickers rather than Santa Claus, they could put these up and have them up all winter someplace. Oh, you know what's really cute is, oh, I can't get it out. Let me just get it off of here. Look at this little guy. See if you can see him. Isn't that cute? I think I'm going to use that one. There you go. And then I have, oh yeah, where'd they go? I have a gold marker, and I'm just going to write the name right above the picture. This one is for Zach. And of course, if you had little stickers or you wanted to do this on your Cricut, you could. I have trouble with things this little on my Cricut. I'm going to do 2 coats so it shows up as much as possible. And there we go. That's all there is to it. Super easy, super fast, and super inexpensive. I just realized I forgot one thing, and that is putting the little bell up at the top here. I just make sure that the hanger is facing the right way, so it's facing like right above the nose instead of facing this way. And then put a little bit of glue there. This holds that hanger in place and then adds just a little extra, extra decoration up at the top. There we go. I have a bunch of jingle bells, so I thought that I would take some and see if I could make a snowman. So I thought about gluing them this way. They didn't quite fit, but if I stagger the little place where you can put a string through, if I kind of stagger that, actually, you know what? I bet I could flatten that out. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna push on it and flatten that out, and then I'm going to glue them together like this. So let me put a blob of glue there. And just hold that. Push it a little bit more. Okay, so there I've got the body. And you could paint these if you want. I might paint it later, but I am just going to now glue a bead onto the top. And that's going to be his face. I'm making sure that I have the hole in the bead facing up because it's going to be covered by the hat. Then I've got just some scraps of cloth. This is just some fleece that we used with gnomes. I'm just going to even it up a little bit. I save my scraps and use them for all kinds of things. Okay, so I'm going to, it's a square, I'm just going to fold it over to make a little triangle. And I am just going to glue one side. And then I'm going to let that cool before I turn it right side out. Probably wouldn't even have to do that because it's so fuzzy. You can't see the seam. This I'm going to make into a scarf, but I think it's a bit too big. This guy's so tiny. I just need a tiny, tiny little strip. And there's a seam right there or something, so I'm just going to cut that off. Now I have ordered, and I have no idea how big they are, but I ordered some little ski caps and scarves from Temu. And I thought, if this turns out cute, if they're the right size, or if I can get some bigger jingle bells, if they need bigger ones, they would be kind of cute to use for something like this. All right, I'm just going to tie it on. And then I think the hat is ready. Again, this would be a cute project for kids, maybe older kids, because you do have to use the hot glue. Oh, this hat's way too big. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so I'm going to cut that seam off and we'll make it littler. Let's see if this is going to be the right size. Okay. I don't know how it got so uneven, so I'm going to even it up again. Just a nice square. This side looks a little bit longer, so I'm going to make it the top of the hat and let the shorter side go around his head. And I'm going to just make that a little bit shorter. Whoops. Pulled my extra off with it. Okay. Okay, that's going to work. So I am going to, you could put the glue on the head or on the hat. I'm just going to put it on the hat. And then just draw a little face. So I'm gonna do dots for the mouth. Oh my goodness. he's looking a little scary. Okay, we'll have to fix that. Oh goodness, it's hard to hold on to him. He's pretty small. Let me make a carrot nose and see if that helps. Not really. I'm not a good artist for stuff like this. Let's see, I'll put a little white. Whoop. This white is not wanting to come out. I think this marker is toast. Okay, let me grab some white. Is this white paint? Nope, that's Mod Podge. That'll dry clear. That won't work. Let's see. Here's some white. I'll just get a little bit out here and use my little stylus. I think this was too thick is part of what's going on. I'm just going to make a little smile. That's a little bit better. You can make a good face. I'm sure you can make a good face. Use a thinner marker. And then let's get just a little bit of a pink. Sorry for the grunting and groaning. I'm in my 60s and I am losing muscle mass, and I am bound determined to get healthy and stay looking young as long as I can. So I found a really intense weight workout, and I don't use very much weight, let me tell you. Where'd my little thing go? I use just a tiny bit of weight, and I add a little bit all the time because I don't want to. I'm making cheeks, by the way. I don't want to hurt myself, but I'll tell you, it's enough. Yeah, his face is not very cute, but you get the idea. And then I bet, what can I use for a little? All my bells, I think, are too big. Let me think. I'm gonna get something and I'll be right back. I found some teeny tiny pom-poms. So we're gonna put a little teeny tiny pom-pom right on the, oh boy, right on the tip here. This fleece does not like to let go of the glue. And then I'm just gonna glue it over. I maybe put a little glue right there. Well, if you're not too close, the face doesn't look too bad. If I made more, I would do a better face. But kind of cute. And then if you wanted to make it for an ornament, you could hook a little ornament in here or hook it into the fleece, which is probably what I'll do. But I might just glue it on a little something flat and put it in a tiered tray too. So, excuse the face, but you get the idea. Thanks for joining me. And if you are a subscriber, I so want to thank you again for subscribing. And I would love it if you would share this to people that you think might be interested in some craft ideas, or even laughing at me, because definitely not a professional crafter, to help me grow my channel. I still am, I haven't mentioned it in the last couple of videos, but I'm still planning a giveaway when I get to 500 subscribers, which is, I mean, it could happen in a day, but right now it's going to happen pretty slowly. But when I get to 500 subscribers, anyone who's made comments will be entered into a drawing for a little giveaway. So have a great one, and I will talk to you later. I couldn't stand it, so I redid the face. I decided not to do a snowman since it was so tiny, so I just made a little girl. I had a little heart-shaped button, so I glued her onto that, and it looks like feet. So I thought it turned out kind of cute at the end.